Most guys think doing more set automatically means more growth, more exercise, longer workouts, with endless volume, training in the gym for 3 whole hours. That's all we have been told about how to get bigger, right? But what if I told you that's the reason why you're hitting a plateau right now? The truth is, just keep adding volume after volume after volume doesn't automatically make you aesthetic. It might even burn out your recovery, mentally, and maybe keep you stuck looking the same for months after months. Because here's the thing, you don't need to live in the gym to get results. You just need to train right. So in this video, I'll be showing you exactly why high volume training is killing your gains. We'll be covering things like why the more is better mentality is destroying your physique, how to actually train for growth, not just fatigue yourself out, and the ways of recovery that almost everyone is neglecting. So if you have been training like a maniac and still look the same for months, lock in on this video because after watching through the end, you will never train the same way again. Alright, so here's the harsh truth for you. If you have been loving the gym and training for around 6 months, a year, and you have been enjoying the process, the gym might be a place where you push out all of the stress in the world. Then you have to notice, most gym rats are addicted to volume. They just automatically think, oh, more equals better. More sets, more reps, more days in the gym. And at first, yeah, it felt right. It felt like you're grinding. You finally got a decent pump, a good pump for the first time in your life. But if it just keeps happening, you add more and more and more and more, you're just burning yourself down slowly without even knowing it. Your body isn't a damn machine. It's a whole system. And every system has its limit. If you keep pushing past that limit, beyond the point that it could adapt, it will start to break. If doing more just automatically means better, then every guy's doing 30 sets for chest every 6 days would buy the biggest bras by now. But look around the gym. You see a bunch of teenagers just spamming sets and sets of bench presses, 30 minutes, even a whole hour on that same exercises. And day after day, they still look average. Because they're training to set up to fatigue themselves, not to actually grow. I used to be that idiot also. 2 hours per session, 6 exercises per muscle group, chasing pumps and pumps. And guess what happened when I stepped foot in front of the mirror? I looked the same. It wasn't until I backed off and started to train intelligently that things started to change. See, the more is better mindset feels productive because it just feeds your ego. You're feeling like a warrior, walking out the gym after doing 30 sets of chest, thinking that, oh, you just destroyed yourself, you're such a strong man. But let's be real here. Probably most of those sets, maybe after like 10, 15 sets, your energy tanked down and you probably don't train at the same intensity as a few reps before. And at a certain point, that's not promoting growth anymore. That's just pure punishment for yourself. Muscle growth from stimulus and then recovery. Not just burning yourself out with junk volume. If you train so hard that your body can't even recover, you're not actually building muscle, you're just breaking it without it being able to grow bigger. And if you just keep going like this, suddenly you're even weaker than when you started. And that's why most guys stay stuck. They just train with emotion and not their logic. They just equate like, oh, more suffering equals more progress. So you don't get rewarded by how much pain you can get. You get rewarded by how effectively you simulate your muscle and then how you recover from that simulation. The guy who actually have an aesthetic physique in the gym, they just come, hit a few hard sets, then they go home, actually recovers well, and they will look like 10 times better than the guy who spent 3 hours in the gym. So the next time you're adding another set, like, just to make sure, don't. Instead, listen to your body, ask yourself that if doing another set will help me grow way more muscle, or it's just gonna burn me out. So, if more isn't the answer, then what is? How did you actually train in a way that builds muscle and not actually just gonna drain you to death? So, we got this thing clear. Muscle growth is built from stimulus, not just pure exhaustion. That means that your body doesn't grow from 30 sets of 100 reps of air bicep curls, but instead you give your body a clear signal to grow, and then getting out the damn way so it can actually recover. See, your muscle doesn't care how long you were in the gym. They don't care how many exercises you did. They only care about one thing. Do you push hard enough for it to need to adapt? And this is where most guys just screws it up. They do 15 sets of half-effort garbage thinking, okay, I feel a little bit sore. Let's stop here. Like that kind of intensity. Instead of 5 sets where they actually push themselves hard. Training for growth just means learning to push with a goal in mind. You pick a few key compound movements and you go all in on them. Train close to failure. That just means that you push until the point that you can't physically push another rep in good forms. That's failure. Every rep you control the tempo, and you don't just take your phone and scroll between sets and lose all your focus on the exercises. You just breathe, get your system resetted, and start hammering another set again. And when you do it right, you'll realize something crazy. It's that you don't need 20 sets per muscle group. You only need like 4 to 6 at best. Because when every set actually means something, your body doesn't need more, it just needs to recover better. And when you stop overtraining, your energy also pumps up. You start sleeping better, your testosterone rises, and your physique will start to change faster than ever. Because your body actually has the space where it could grow. So it's not about purely doing more, it's also about doing what matters with full focus and intensity. Doing it like the last rep you will ever do. Alright, so now let's just say you got your training right. You've cut down the junk volume. You're hitting your set with real actual intensity. But this is where most guys still screws it up. They think that growth happens in the gym when it doesn't. Growth happens after the gym when you actually recovers. Think of training as building a basement. You have to dig a hole on the dirt to make a room, right? Every set, every rep, you're digging that hole bigger into the right frame. And then recovery is the process of filling that hole back up with concrete and stuff like that to actually build it into a proper basement. And using that space better rather than it just being some sort of dirt. But if you just keep digging it and never fill it in, never build your basement, it's just a dirt hole. It's blank, it's empty, it's useless. So here's the equation for gains. Simple equation. Training times recovery equals growth. If you take recovery out of that equation, if recovery is 0, anything times 0 is 0. Things like sleep, food, and controlling your stress is not side factors. They are the factor that matters. You can have the best workout plan in the world, get the best pump ever in your life, but if your sleep is shit, and then you probably say that, oh, it's already 2 a.m. It's just not sleep because it's already late. If I sleep now, I would feel tired. And then open a can of energy drink and just chug it down. Days after days after days, your body won't grow. It physically can't. And yeah, I agree. Recovery isn't any kind of sexy thing. It's not some kind of flashy, best workout routine on TikTok ever. Follow this and get abs in 6 weeks. But it is what separates from the guys who make gains from the guys who don't. The guy who looks like they lift from the guy who looks like they just go to the gym. I'm not saying that just going to the gym to be healthy is wrong. But if your main goal is to build an aesthetic physique like me, then you got to nail this down. Because here's what changed everything for me. I stopped treating rest like it's negotiable. I started treating it like a part of my strategy. I got serious with sleeping like I was lifting. That might sound cringe, but it works. I learned that if I want 8 hours of actual sleep, I need to be in bed for around 9 to 9.5 hours. Because let's be real, you don't just jump into your bed and you go, you sleep right away. Your body doesn't sleep 100% of the time you spent on bed. Maybe you even scroll on social medias before you actually sleep, dumbass. So just that one change alone. Then with that, I dialed in my meals. Not with obsessing over every grams of carbs, but by just eating what I want and then adding what I needed, while making sure that I hit my protein and my calories. Of course, I still prioritize whole, clean food, not just spamming my diet with 2,000 calories worth of caffeine. And for stress management, this might sound cliche, but meditation, having a walk, or just some quiet time to myself, where I just do nothing, lie down on my floor, and stare at the wall. Or you can just do whatever calms your head down. Nothing that is not supposed to be spiritual anyways. Nor what I'm doing is spiritual. Just basically think of it as rebooting your system for a little bit. So it restarts and start a bit fresh. And when you treat recovery to be as important as training, your body rewards you fast. You get better sleep, better moods, you get better pumps in the gym, etc. And the crazy thing is, by doing this, you get more gains, training less. So, building an aesthetic physique isn't always about doing more, it's also about working smarter. And once you get that, you will stop chasing every single new workout routine you see online, and just start to focus on the thing that matters, and not distract yourself with like fancy supplements, or the fact that you need to live in the gym. You just need to understand how hypertrophy works, and stay consistent with the basics. And this is no pressure, but if you have been watching my videos and have built trust to me, the top link in the description down below is my private community, where you get exclusive lesson, contact me 24/7, a community with like-minded people who are all on the same goal as you. So if you're interested, feel free to check the top link description down below, and I'll be waiting for you on the inside. And click here to watch another video that YouTube recommends on my channel, because if you like this video, I'm sure this will bring a lot of value to you.